Welcome back to the channel. Today's video we'll look at a HYSENCERE lithium iron phosphate battery, 12.8 volt, 200 amp hour, which gives us 2560 watt hours, as you can see here. Let's get started with the video. Thanks for watching again, everyone. It's great to see you back, and thanks for all the support I received so far on my channel. This week we have the HYSENCERE battery. That's how I pronounce it. If it's wrong, please correct me. I'm more than happy to say it next time right. But this battery comes in a very sleek housing. As you can see, it is very thin. And the battery itself does come with the following. We have a user manual like this one, which looks pretty good, pretty solid. Also inside is pretty nice. It has some good content in my opinion, and I was really surprised about this. So those are the parameters. We'll go over that in a second. The battery itself, it does come with some M8 bolts up here. I put them already in, some protective caps, and we do have a display. Look at that. Might be a little bright. 12.9 volt, that's what it reads it. Let's get through the specifications to understand what this battery is capable of, and then we'll open it up. Actually, we'll do first a capacity test, high discharge test, and then we'll take it apart. That's better. So, specification first. So here you can see the battery size, which is really cool on this page, by the way. Having here a screenshot, product overview, and below the battery, sizing, weight. They put it in kilogram in there, centimeters, and as well, you can see the inches right next to the battery drawing, and then we have all those information in one spot. The parameters, so important, 200 amp hour battery. And it does have a battery management system. There's a maximum continuous charge, but also discharge, 200 amp. And it says cycle is 4,000 times. And so the thing with those things is, let's see what they advertise on Amazon. That's where you can find it as well. As always, link in the description below, obviously. And here is a screenshot, for example, which gives you everything in overview again about weight, about lifespan, expected lifespan. And it also has this great picture here in a parameter. In the manual it says cycle life 4,000 times, and here you can see how and why it splits it. 4,000 cycles when you do deplete this battery or discharge this battery up to 100%. So use the full capacity. When you only do that up to 60%, you may increase the lifespan up to 15,000 cycles. Keep that in mind. That's very powerful. I can't test that right away because it takes a little time. Then we do have the 200 amp BMS multi-protection, which states over charge protection, over discharge protection, over current protection, short circuit protection, and over temperature protection. There's nothing, I checked, nothing about low temperature connection. Also, it does not come with a Bluetooth functionality, but they advertised this battery is a possible trolling motor battery as well. So if you have a boat or something like that, might be pretty useful for you, because the maximum peak discharge is 400 amp. I always struggle with testing that, so I haven't built that setup yet. But it is 4S, 4P capable. That's cool. 4 series for parallel. So that is pretty impressive if you ask me. And then we do have the typical advertisement pictures as well. So this is specification. I would say we'll do the capacity test, we'll do the high discharge test all in one. We'll get back then afterwards. HYSENCERE, we want to aim for around 40 amps, which is 0.2 C, industry standard. And there we are, a little bit more than 40, so I'll let it run. Alright, so it looks like we reached 204 amp hour. I'll try to, press out a little bit more. We'll see if that works. But we are above 200. It's 204. That's really good. So, in any case, it passed the capacity test. Let's continue with the high discharge test. Back here it is. And here we can see how much we are going to pull. One thing I forgot last time, I don't know how that could have possibly happened, but it did happen. So I'll try to get start inverter and we'll see how much we can actually pull. Here we are. And remember, maximum continuous discharge current is 200 amps. So let's see how far we can go. Hope you can read it. Sorry that the wire's in the way. It's the only way to route it at the moment, sadly. Yeah, I think we're getting there. That was my inverter. I can't go too much higher than 200 with my inverter, but you saw there was a solid 210. Not a problem at all. It's a question of how long that can go, so I'll let it go for a little bit and then we'll see. Yeah, 240. Yep, and that's my inverter again. Alrighty, that's it. I think you saw pretty good capacity, 240, not a problem. Could go even higher. It says maximum discharge current is 200, right? So that means that you should have your wire and your fuse sized accordingly to the 200 amp, ideally. I don't know how long the BMS will be able to run between 200 and 400 amp. So keep that in mind. So you want to make your wire sizing and your fuse sizing accordingly, and then you're safe to go, I would say. But the BMS does not trigger immediately at 200 as you saw. All right, let's continue with the teardown. So here we're back. By the way, what I didn't show you, this side is green. This side is not. It's light green. So it's pretty cool to see that, depending on where and how you want to have that located. We see a quality sticker here. This is pretty cool. It says 24 and what is it, 12? So this battery is around 6 years old, I would assume, if this sticker is correct. I'll open it up. It looks like we do have some points where we can actually use a screwdriver to open this up. See on this side the display itself. So we'll see if this is just a voltage reading, because that's what I'm assuming. It only has an on and off, but as soon as you click it on, it will stay on. It will never go off. Just remember that. So this might also draw a battery over a long time of time. So let's open this one up and we will double check on that. Safety first. So for sure, one thing you don't expect when there's that much of bolts involved, that you have a lot of glue, so you're not even able to get it open. So that's what I was struggling with the whole time. It took me way longer. By the way, there's a video up there. Mr. Offgrid from the homestead, he encountered, I think it was the mini 100 amp hour battery. You might want to watch this video as well. He struggled as well. I realized after the fact, but let me get this open for you. So here we can see it. We do have everything in here. Let me see if I can get it out even. Nice, no glue. High density foam everywhere. I'll make sure. And by here we are. I mean, it's a very long unit, right? So that's pretty cool. We do have 8 gauge wire here, 2 of them from the main positive. A balance lead, here balance leads as well. We have a temperature sensor which goes over here. That is the side where all those terminals are. We'll look at it in a minute. This looks like their own manufactured BMS, I would assume. Then we have our main. Oh yeah, nice. We do have our negative, which goes to the terminal. And those are 8 gauge wires as well. And it looks like they used this glue. It looks yellow here. Kind of supposed to have kind of torquing value or something, I would say, but that's their security to not getting it loose, I guess. It looks like this is BMS is glued. The display goes to positive and negative the terminals so it gets the right reading over there. That's what it does. Let's see if we can get this off. There we are. We can see something. This is cool. We do have our main negative side, which is over here. We do have 8 cells here, each 100 amp. And we do have those big bus bars, which span over 1, 2, 3, 4 cells here. 1, 2, 3, 4 over here. We do have the balance leads over here. We have the temperature sensor over here somewhere. I have to double check where it goes. Then we have those vents are breathing. They're able to breathe because it's the high density form is on top of those. They have this hump in the middle so they can contract and expand. Laser welded terminals here everywhere. And then they have those balance leads, basically 4 of them. So there's the main negative over here. We have the main positive over here. Good. I use packing tape over here. And yeah, balance leads routed over here, so everything's protected by high density foam, and then just slid into the housing. No glue, luckily, so that's good for me. I'll get the setup for our high temp cutoff test, because that's what it's advertised. So comparing this one with other batteries, what I've seen so far with the glue and whatnot, yeah, you have seen better quality. Watt cycle is a really good one, by the way. I have not seen a LiTime similar size, but I think it's 230 amp hour something. So you see there's still space to all the sides. So a little bit at least, not too much. So that means there could be potentially more power in this housing, and I think this is the same housing like the LiTime. It's no rubber or anything, it's hard glue. It's not a gasket or anything like that. So there's also a lot of glue underneath. So it's, when I rip it off, most likely I can take it off with the epoxy board. Don't have to do that. Oh, there it is, was glued to the cell. That's good to see. So you can see here in the background, it's charging with 10 amps. Now we will be using a heat gun. And there we have it. It just stopped charging, and let's see if it comes back and when. And there it's back charging. Duster really quick. Oh wow, it has low temperature protection. Look at that. So we saw it's coming back charging. Now we're using ice pack. Or if it's just oh wow. Okay, stop talking. This is cool. Okay. So with this ice pack, which is maximum -7 Celsius, it works. So it means this is really nice adjusted. So they don't advertise this online, but you get it on top. So this is really cool, a nice feature. Okay, here we have it. That's the battery, and I would say we've done all we can. Would you buy such a battery? By the way, that's the pricing, so you get an idea. For 200 amp, and it is an interesting different form factor, more longer. I'm curious what you think about it. Thanks for watching. Like that video if you like that stuff, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more stuff like that. There are more videos coming out with a 36 volt golf cart converting, also a brand which I have used here a couple times on the channel already. So thanks for watching. See you next time. Cheers.